Thanks for stopping by our Sunnyside tutorial today. Behind me here we have my coffee table that we have disassembled. We have the legs back there that we have taken off, unscrewed. This is the bottom part of the table and this is the top. It was brown. We have before pictures to show you. We have painted it white with chalk paint, Bear's chalk paint.
Two coats.
Yep.
2 coats of paint.
And today we are going to add a glaze finish to it so you can see the textures of the wood. So I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up here so you can see just how textury the wood is right there. So with the glaze, we hope to accentuate those deep grooves and make it look a little bit more aged and authentic and have some cool features to it.
Okay, and I'm going to show you what we're using today. We're using a glaze, and then we're going to use just regular acrylic paint, our favorite brand here, Bear. We're going to use 1 part of paint to 4 parts of glaze. And so we've taken that and put them in a bucket, and we're just going to combine those so that it is all mixed here. So it's nice, you can kind of see the consistency.
It's kind
we
of
have
runny.
A little bit runny. And we're going to paint it on with a brush and wipe it off with a rag. Simple as that.
All right, here we
There
go.
Okay, there you go. So we're going to paint one section or one piece of wood here, plank of wood here at a time. I'll let it set in so it kind of dries in the grooves. We're not going to let it really dry. And then we're going to just take a cotton cloth.
I'm also going to get it in these deep grooves in between the planks here so that can be defined.
So once Steph finishes one plank, then I will take the rag and wipe it off.
And I will get the camera so you can see how this is gonna look a little bit closer. So you can see that the table's a little bit grayer than the normal white, but you can see where the gray really seeped into those deep grooves of wood.
You can just see in the grooves that it's a little bit darker, and it's going to accentuate the texture that's already on this table.
Okay. So we've got the bottom part of the table finished and the legs for the table. And then you can see here the top of the table is pure white like we began with. I just wanted to show you close up the detail that we're getting here with the glaze. So it really highlights all the grooves in the wood and just gives it some extra dimension and really makes it look kind of worn and...
All right, we use a glaze. Whoops, got hair in my mouth. Because... Sorry. A glaze actually makes the drying time of your paint extended so that as we put it on, it doesn't dry. We've got time to work with it and move it around and get it in the crevices and then wipe it off. It does leave a little bit of a hint of color over the overall surface, but you're getting the main part of the color into the grooves of the wood. And so that's the purpose of a glaze, is to kind of accentuate grooves. So if you had carvings or other pieces like that, it would accentuate those carving pieces of your wood as well.
Okay, and I also just wanted to mention that the glaze itself is clear, so whatever paint color you use, that's what you're gonna get. So just be mindful of that too. All right, I just wanted to do a close-up of the legs to the table. You can see the grooves are full of that dark color now, and it really accentuates all of the carvings. It's really cool looking. Okay, so our table has dried, the glaze has all dried. We're just taking a little bit of sandpaper to the edges. Show you that it's bringing in a little bit of the dark. Let's do it right here. stain that was on the table before I painted it white. Just giving it another level of dimension there. So you've got all of this right here to come in, which we didn't have.
Okay, I just want to show you right here. The wood is a little more textury here, and as I sand it, you can see that the white is showing the dark of underneath, and then you've got the gray. It gives you a lot of great texture right there.
Love it.
So we have finished sanding it, distressing it, and getting the look that we wanted. And I'm going to show you some of the spots where we sanded through, and you've got
a little 4-year-old here loving it too.
The gray in the grooves, and then we sanded a little bit so you can see a little bit of the brown pulling through in spots too, just to age it a little bit. All right, so once that sanding is done, we took the
vacuum hose.
Yeah, the vacuum hose here with the brush attachment so we could get all of the dust out of the grooves. Then we took a damp cloth, wiped it all down, and now we're ready for waxing. The wax that we are using, we just found this at Home Depot. It's the Bear Wax.
Clear.
Just a clear wax. Gives you a great finish. So we're going to put it on with a waxing brush. Well, I'm just going to show you how that goes. You just dab it in the wax, and I use a circular motion to kind of push it in to the wood. You want it to get in all the little crevices.
Then how long do we let that sit on there?
You want to let it sit overnight.
And then you buff it.
And then we're going to buff it, and we will show you that. One little trick, though, that I have learned, so you have less buffing to do, is once we get all the wax on, I will take a dry cotton cloth and just do a light wipe, just so that the wax, if it is built up and thick in some spots, you don't have to buff it off as much, and it's a lot quicker to just give it a little wipe when you're finished. Not really wiping it off, but just making sure it's even on there. And that's it. We'll come back and show you the final process of buffing and what will look like when it's all finished. Alrighty, here we go. We've got all the wax on all of the pieces now, and I've just got some cotton cloths, and now we're just going to lightly wipe over the wax while it's still tacky. You know, it's only been on here for maybe 10 minutes. And this is just going to make, when we go to buff, it's going to make so that it's just easier to buff. There's not a buildup of wax thicker in one spot than another. So just wipe straight across, following the grain on each of the pieces. And there you have it.
And we'll come back
and we'll show you how to buff it once it's dry. We'll wait till tomorrow to do that.
We have let the wax cure on this table 24 hours. If you remember, we did an initial wipe down to get any excess wax off. Sorry, bumped you. You okay? All right. So now we need to buff the piece. You just take a simple rag and then you just do this. Super easy. Anybody can do this. Just takes a little bit of elbow grease. It really doesn't take that much time either. Hi. We, though, have this cool power buffer that we got for free when we bought our Ryobi drill. So I'm just going to flip this on. And that's all there is to it. You want to go with the grain of the wood. This is just going to give the piece a nice sheen and finished look. You can see the sheen here versus where I have not buffed yet. It's a little bit flat. So
yeah,
that's just, and it's smoother as well. So it just gives it a more finished touch, a more finished look, and then it will be protected from him driving cars on it and sitting on it and all sorts of things. So here's the finished product. We've put the coffee table back together, decorated it up with some of my cute coastal decor. I love how beachy it looks now, and it's not dark brown anymore. I love all these little details that we got. The darker was from the sanding, and there's my 4-year-old. Thank you so much. Just say hi really fast.
Hi.
Okay. And then you can see the gray, the darker gray, that's where we did the glaze on top of the white. So that's how we got all of those different colors in there. But it looks really cool. It looks very beachy now and coastal. Love it.
As always at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.